The planet of Zyphora was a thriving, vibrant world teeming with life and rich in resources. The Zyphorans, a highly advanced alien species, were known for their wisdom and power, but they were also deeply rooted in their traditions and cultural practices. The Zyphorans had long since been peaceful, believing in the strength of unity and family. But their peace was shattered when a powerful galactic war broke out, threatening to engulf everything they held dear. One day, as the war reached Zyphora, a battalion of invaders from the hostile and ruthless Athelorian Empire landed on the planet's surface. The Zyphorans fought bravely to protect their home, but the odds were against them. The Athelorian forces were overwhelming, their technology far superior to that of the Zyphorans. The battle raged on, and the Zyphorans were losing. During the final stages of the conflict, a lone human soldier named Captain Elias Kane, a member of the coalition forces that had been sent to help defend the planet, found himself on the front lines. He was a man of extraordinary skill and determination, and his leadership and bravery had already earned him the respect of his comrades. But when he saw the Zyphorans losing their fight against the Athelorian invaders, he knew he had to act. Against all odds, he infiltrated the Athelorian forces, sabotaged their power supply, and single-handedly led a counterattack that drove the invaders off the planet. It was a moment that would change the course of history, not just for Zyphora, but for the galaxy. Captain Kane had saved the Zyphorans, but in doing so, he had also earned their eternal gratitude. The Zyphorans, in accordance with their ancient customs, believed that the ultimate debt could only be repaid through marriage. And so, the great leader of the Zyphoran Council, Queen Laura, made a solemn vow to repay Elias Kane for his bravery and sacrifice. In the Zyphoran culture, marriages were not just unions of love. They were also political and social ties that ensured the survival and prosperity of the planet. Queen Laura had two daughters, both of whom were highly respected in their own right, Alyssa and Vera. Both were beautiful, intelligent, and capable, and they played crucial roles in the rebuilding efforts of their world. Queen Laura, seeing the immense debt the Zyphorans owed to Captain Kane, made a surprising decision. She offered her daughters in marriage to the human who had saved her people's lives. It was an offer that stunned the galaxy. At first, Elias Kane was hesitant. He had been raised on Earth, a world of different cultures and customs. He had never imagined that his actions in battle would lead to such an extraordinary outcome. But he also understood the gravity of the situation. He had been raised with honor and respect for others, and though he was initially reluctant to accept, he ultimately understood the importance of the gesture. It was not just a personal offer. It was a symbol of the unity between his people and the Zyphorans, a lasting peace forged through sacrifice and honor. In the days that followed, Elias met with Queen Laura and her daughters, Alyssa and Vera. He was struck by their beauty and intelligence, but what impressed him more was their sense of duty and their deep love for their planet and people. The Zyphorans had suffered greatly, and though they were victorious, they had paid a heavy price. The war had taken a toll on their society, their families, and their future. Elias realized that by accepting this marriage offer, he wasn't just tying himself to these women. He was becoming part of a new alliance between their species, a symbol of hope for a better future. The wedding ceremony was held on Zyphora, in a grand hall adorned with the finest decorations and the ancient symbols of Zyphoran culture. It was a magnificent occasion, filled with music, dancing, and celebration. Elias Kane stood before the Zyphoran Council and the citizens of the planet, accepting the marriage vows from both Alyssa and Vera. It was a moment of unity, of strength, and of rebuilding as the people of Zyphora looked toward a brighter future. But Elias did not marry for the sake of political alliances alone. As he spent time with Alyssa and Vera, He learned about their world, their history, and their culture. He saw the deep pain they had endured during the war and the incredible sacrifices they had made for their people. He grew to love them both, not just as political figures, but as individuals who had lived through the same horrors and who shared his dedication to protecting those they loved. The union between Elias and the Zyphoran princesses was a union forged in fire. It became a symbol of the cooperation between humanity and the Zyphorans, two species bound together by shared values of honor, sacrifice, and a commitment to protecting life. With Elias, Alyssa, and Vera at the helm, Zyphora began to rebuild, emerging from the ashes of war stronger than ever before. The alliance between their two peoples would prove to be a cornerstone for peace in the galaxy, as they united to face whatever new challenges the future might bring. And for Elias Kane, the young human soldier who had once been just a soldier on the front lines, he had become not just a hero, but a leader, a husband, and a symbol of the unity that could exist between vastly different cultures. The Zyphorans had given him the gift of life, and in return, he gave them a future of peace and hope. The price of life had been paid, and it had led to something even greater, a bond between two worlds that would change the galaxy forever.